So, doon pala sa title, no? All scenario data protection for the intelligent world. So, data is very important to all of the businesses today. No? So, everything is derived from data, right? Data produces intelligence. Basically, data drives every business, right? Sorry. It is the core of the intelligent world. No? So, yung usage ng data ngayon has grown from simply keeping records, right, to providing intelligence, no? So, and data sources have been so much diverse, no, from the past decade, right? So before, ang mga data sources lang natin are, when you do bank transactions, when you do simple phone calls. So doon lang yung data natin. No? So records, yan. But now, everything produces data and everybody uses that data to improve services and products. So diyan pumapasok yung analytics, intelligence, even yung customer management, right? Building the right products and solutions for the customers. All of those are derived from data. So that's why we say that data is the key production for the digital economy, right? And not all industries have the same type of data produced or produces the same type of data, no? So ang data na dinadala or napoproduce ng mga telcos are different from those who are in the manufacturing industry. At the same time, also different from those who are in the financial sector, right? So the importance of having your data 100% available, right, is very important. No? So you should protect that data against risks of unavailability and to prevent loss of that data. No, so maraming stages yan. So we have disaster recovery, no? So in case na a site fails or an array or a storage or a server fails, right? So data must be reliable, right? Prevent ransomware attacks, prevent infection. And for those who are under government and industry regulations, so dapat meron tayo yung mga copies of those data, no? So to comply with existing regulations. Okay. So what are the consequences of data being unavailable or completely lost? No? So unang-una na dyan is yung loss of revenue, especially if we deal with data-driven businesses. Customer satisfaction will also be an issue. No? So records management, data privacy, data security. And while we are recovering, no, dun sa data loss natin or dun sa unavailable data, so our competition is gaining ground or is moving ahead of us. No? So in terms of regulatory compliance, nandiyan yung fines and penalties, stakeholder concerns, and of course, uh, if we need to improve our data protection infrastructure, so susunod dyan yung unnecessary hardware and software costs. Sorry. And the means to protect this or that data, no, the parameters surrounding the data drastically change. No, so right now we are dealing with emerging applications. So I'm pretty sure most of your customers are into virtualization and are moving also into containerization, right? And napakabilis ng paglaki ng data natin, right? So hindi lang the speed and the growth of data within a customer or within an enterprise has been 5 times, 10 times more than the previous era or the previous decades. No? We are coping with more stringent SLAs. So the more uptime, the better. No? So yun yung SLA na binibigay sa atin ng ating mga management. Okay? So kasama dyan yung we have to recover quickly and restore services quickly as well. No? So we're dealing with low RPOs, low RTOs, fast failover and failback, no, in terms of if you're dealing with disaster recovery. And again, yung regulatory compliance. So we need to adhere with long-term retention. We need to keep multiple copies. Kasama na dyan yung data privacy for customer security and yung legal hold requirements. Right? We need to deal with this, but at the same time, backup windows have not changed. No? So kung 8 hours before backing up 10 terabytes of data if you're dealing with 100 terabytes of data now. So hindi nagbabago yung backup window mo, right? Short backup windows and limited budgets for data protection. So Huawei solution is F2X. So meaning flash to anything. So our customers or our businesses are running now on flash-based storage arrays, right? So the backup storage or the data protection infrastructure, data protection platform should be able to keep up with the primary storage so that when the need to recover or the need to restore happens, so mabilis yung recovery and restoration natin. Okay? And archive and other copies can be anywhere between public, private, or hybrid cloud. We can support archive to disk, archive to tape, and even Blu-ray drives, no? So anong advantage nung F2FTX or flash to anything? Acceleration boosts backup performance. So balikan natin kanina yung backup window, right? So again, if you're dealing with 100 terabytes being backed up with within 8 hours, right? So your infrastructure must be able to keep up with that backup window. Okay? This will enable instant recovery because of flash-based performance. And because we are using SSDs or flash media, so we can experience 20% higher reduction ratio, right? And with the technology, no, with the active technology built in within Huawei hardware or Huawei storage, so mas mataas yung uptime natin, no, with high availability functions and features. So we can provide you with the full DR of hot data. No? So, nandiyan yung ating replication capabilities. No? So, active, passive, wherein one array or one site is your active site and the other is your passive site. No? So, in terms of DR, switch over ka lang dun sa passive site. Okay? And we also support active disaster recovery scenario. No? So, wherein instantaneous yung recovery or instantaneous yung paglipat ng workload dun sa kabilang site natin dun sa DR. And we can also safely and smoothly transition your data center, no, from being a 2 data center DR setup to a 3 data center scenario, right? We also have data protection technologies. We call it Ocean Protect. This one will cater to the quick backup and restore of farm data. So basically, this is also flash-based. No? Again, just to adhere with or just to keep up with the performance of your primary storage as well. So for quick recovery, greater data reduction, and faster backup performance. And then as far as archive is concerned, no, so we also support through our Ocean Store storage, right? Dun sa traditional storage or even yung object storage, we can support archiving, right? And other uses as well for the object store. Okay, so punta muna tayo dun sa backup and recovery. So Ocean Protect is our enterprise class backup storage. No? So we do support leading data protection solutions such as Veritas, Veeam, and Commvault, right? And our Ocean Protect will act as a target, no, for these data protection platforms. No? So since this is flash-based, so we offer rapid backup and recovery through end-to-end backup acceleration. Again, if the primary storage is flash, no, so the secondary storage or the backup storage being flash will greatly help, no, doon sa backup performance natin and also instant recovery. Okay? We offer efficient reduction through variable length deduplication, and we can realize up to 72:1 data reduction. So one of our models here is yung X6000. No? So imagine if you have 300 terabytes worth of flash capacity for the secondary storage. So with 72:1 data reduction, so that can easily scale up to 2.6 petabytes worth of effective or logical capacity. So marami kang backup na store. No? So even if you have to deal with long-term retentions, no? So you can put more secondary data in your backup storage. And with Huawei's resiliency technologies, no? So we offer high reliability through data consistency checks, system level reliability like active controllers and triple parity, and proactive operations and management. Yeah. So for fast backup and recovery, so Huawei supports or the Ocean Protect supports multi-stream engines through our distributed parallel architecture. No? So more streams means more avenues of data, no, for the backup flow. And through that, we can realize up to a maximum backup bandwidth of 155 terabytes an hour. Okay. We also offer instant data restore. We also support instant data restores because we back up the data in its native format, right? So wala na tayong conversion na gagawin, no? So from the source host to the backup media or to the backup storage. So wala tayong conversion na gagawin. So if you need to restore your data, so we can support restoration if in its native format. And this offers 50 times faster restore speed than your traditional designs. Okay? And like what I mentioned, through flash-based technology, we can realize up to 72 is to 1 data reduction ratio through the duplication and compression. Okay? So we can improve configuration efficiency by 50% through automated configuration. We can quickly restore your applications and your data through only 3 steps. No, so basically, again, it's backed up in native format. So we can also restore in native format, which enables you to restore your data in minutes. No, so rather than the hours. And again, through our intelligent operations and management, right? Like 14-day disk failure protection, 60-day performance bottleneck prediction, and 1-year capacity trend prediction. So meron na tayong foresight, no? So kung saan kung ano yung magiging capacity and performance of our backup infrastructure, right? And through that, 60% of problems, no, can be discovered in advance. No? So meron tayong kumbaga parang predictive analytics that is built in within the Ocean Protect infrastructure. Okay? This is what I was mentioning about high reliability. No, so built in dun sa Ocean Protect is our dual controller active-active technology, which is also present doon sa ating storage arrays or primary storage arrays. No? So with this active-active technology, no, so in the case of hardware failure or even a controller failure, any ongoing jobs will be switched over automatically in seconds, no, dun sa surviving controller. And it does not only offer yung availability but also performance enhancements because loads or workloads are balanced across the dual controllers, right? And in terms of disk reliability, so we offer another level of availability through our triple parity RAID or yung RAID TP. No? So basically with RAID TP, we can tolerate up to 3 drive failures, no? So without service interruption. So what this means is that you can keep your data protection services running even after hardware faults, right? So inside the Ocean Protect infrastructure. So this backup solution meets your data backup requirements, right? So it can be a target. You can set it up as a target in collaboration with data protection platforms like Veritas, Commvault, and Beam. And also, you can choose to replicate your backup into remote sites or DR sites. No? So whether it be on a physical site in your DR center or if you have a DR, or if you want to have a copy of your backup in the public cloud, so we can facilitate movement or copying of their backup data papunta dun sa public cloud. And if also through the backup solution, so you can create different retentions, no? So dun sa primary site at saka dun sa disaster recovery site, no? So very flexible yung infrastructure. And in terms of archiving, yeah, we do support automated archiving from the primary backup storage, Ocean Protect, to the archive storage, no? So which can be cloud or object storage, no? So this basically supports policy-based steering, no? So in terms of data aging. So for example, you want backup data or annual backups that are aged 10 years, no, to be moved to archive. So you can manage the data aging and data movement or data tiering, no, between the primary and your archive. Okay. So it has easy management. So it can incorporate through you can manage it through device manager within the same management center as your primary storage. We can also promote yung since data is archived no in its native format, you can instantly access your data no as needed from the archive. No, so for example, you want to do some analytics on your backup data and then wala na siya dun sa primary storage. So you can also instantly access your data in its native format doon sa archive storage natin. And again, through policy, no, so you can create custom retention periods for each data set or each backup set. Right? So that's going to be very important if you are complying no, to government and financial regulations. Okay, no? So in terms of DR, so we have several levels of solutions no, so that can cater to your disaster recovery and business continuity requirements. Right? So again, Huawei storage has its own resiliency features like the active-active controller and triple parity no, that enhances yung local availability. Right? We also have replication solutions through our active-passive DR solution or through our active-active DR solution. Right? So active-passive for RPOs and RTOs that you would require you or that would allow you to recover in minutes. But if you want zero RPOs or zero RTOs, so we can offer or we can configure yung active-active DR solution. Right? And again, we can smoothly transition you through a 3 data center DR solution. Right? So if you want to have a third data center for maybe your archive or a remote DC or remote DR, right? So we can also introduce yung 3DC DR solution and manage it through the same management console, yung BC Manager ni Huawei. Right? We do offer metro clustering solutions for SAN and NAS. So ito yung active-active or active-passive solution natin. No? So we can converge multiple types of services to be deployed in one system to meet various data protection requirements. No? So pwede tayong mag-combine ng active-passive solution and active-active solution within the same infrastructure. And this applies to both SAN and NAS environments within the Huawei area, yung ocean store natin. Okay? SAN and NAS integration and active-active architecture ensures stable services since yung automatic failover niya to the surviving controller or doon sa surviving site provides zero service interruptions. It's all automated. Okay? Services are switched over in seconds without interrupting links and services, so you can be assured of continuous services even in the occurrence of a hardware fault. And through our BC Manager, so operations and management are simplified wherein you can view yung global topology, no, yung replication topology, you can centralize yung alarms and alerts, and you can also simulate yung mga DR drills and failover scenarios. Right? For our 3 data center solution, so basically, we can provide you with 3 copies of data using 3 separate arrays for a much larger DR scope. Right? It offers smooth expansion. You just simply need to add the third site to your cluster topology. And we support flexible configurations such as cascading, parallel, or yung fan-out configuration, and DC star topologies. No? So basically, you have a choice on how you want to deploy your 3 data center environment. And in terms of management and visualization, so BC managers offer views for global topology and configuration of a centralized alert and alarm system. We do offer automatic one-click DL drilling and recovery. So if you just want to simulate failovers, no, from one site to another or failover to the third site, no, so you can do so using yung Ocean Store, Business Continuity Manager, or yung BC Manager. Right? So with BC Manager, you can actually view yung topology, yung replication topology natin. So which volumes or which arrays are in active-passive and which arrays are in active-active. And also here, you can configure yung third data center. Right? And again, with this BC Manager, so you can simulate yung failures or you can simulate failovers and failbacks. No? So you don't need to do a full-on DR exercise, no? Uh, Meron kasi mga customers na every so often they do some DR exercises, no, just to check if kung pag mag-failure nga or mag-fail over sila dun sa isang site, so all of the data is consistent, no? So but with DC Manager, you can simulate yung failovers, right? So, my last slide, why go with Huawei for your data protection? Okay, our value proposition is through the F2X technology, we can ensure uh, maximum data availability and quick recoverability, no, of your data to prevent risks to business continuity, data loss, and to make sure that you adhere to compliance requirements through our archiving solution, right? So we offer full DR services or full DR solutions through our active solution, smooth transition from 2DC to 3DC, and visualization of your data protection environment. No, so for with our end-to-end performance acceleration and load balancing, so we offer quick backup and restore capabilities, no, through Ocean Protect. And again, since this is flash-based, so we can experience higher data reduction ratios for lower storage and power costs, right? Everything is unified, backup, replication, and archiving protection policies, no? So you can do them in a single step or in a single policy, right? And again, since it is a flash-based technology, we offer fast service restoration, no? So especially for those strict RPOs and RTOs, yung mga minutes or even seconds na RPOs and RTOs. And in as far as archiving is concerned, through policy, we can you can make sure that your data is retained for a specific a specific period of time, no? So you can adhere to data compliance or regulatory compliance. It offers automated data tiering from your primary backup storage to your secondary or your archive storage automatically. Okay. And since data is archived in its native format, so you can actually mount those data for quick access, no, for development, testing, right, or even restoration. And our archiving solution can expand linearly, no, so you don't need to uh, do a forklift upgrade if you want to do capacity improvements or performance improvements. So you just need to add nodes with capacity, no, for linear expansion. All right, so that is a very